Time now for our Bay Area baseball bit, and for that, I'm joined by our expert, Alan Stiles. Alan, great to be here with you, as always, on Sunday. Some interesting stuff happening as we head into this break here for the Giants and the A's. They both played their last game today. Before the break, the Giants have won 4 in a row, playing some pretty good baseball down this stretch here. What's impressed you the most in the first half?
You know, it's got to be the fact that I get it. A lot of teams are banged up. No team is 100% healthy all the time. But the Giants, they've been missing Evan Longoria. Brandon Belt's missed some time, and they've still found a way to not just lead the division, have the best record in baseball. So for me, that's what's been so impressive, because when these guys do eventually come back, you got to think it's just going to help them even more and continue to hopefully lead this division and be able to close out the NL West. Because as we know, the Padres and Dodgers, they're not going anywhere, but as long as the Giants can continue to do this, they're going to be all right.
Best record in baseball at the end of the first half. That is exactly where you want to be. The A's, they're still in it, but probably not exactly where they want to be. They did play pretty well in this most recent series against the Rangers, but lost series against the Red Sox and the Houston Astros. How worried are you about their ability to compete against these really good teams?
It's not the fact that we don't think that the A's can compete with these good teams, because we know they have a good squad, but you actually have to do it. You have to find ways to beat these better teams. And especially when you have the stigma that the A's have had, playing really well in the regular season, but not that well in the postseason. Because the thing is, you can beat the Texas Rangers as much as you want. They're not going to be there when you get to the postseason. So they're going to have more tests. They're going to have more opportunities to get those victories. But you got to start figuring out a way to win against these better teams that you're going to face in the postseason.
Well, one of those ways could be changing up the roster here, because we're going to start seeing a lot of buying and selling soon. Looks like both the Giants and the A's are in the position to be buyers at this time, right? So what areas of the roster for both of these teams are you looking to improve if you're the one holding the purse strings?
Well, if you're the Giants, the rumor mill has been going around about Max Scherzer. We don't know what the price tag on that is going to be. So obviously the Giants want to find another pitcher to hopefully round out that rotation a little bit. When it comes to the A's, you look at, I know I was just joking the Texas Rangers, but they got a guy in Joey Gallo who a lot of teams are looking at him. If the A's want to make that move, that's got to be something too. You like what Tony Kemp's been doing for the A's, but they just need something else. And that lineup has holes, and Joey Gallo can help figure out a way to get the A's rolling again and fill some of those holes. But I don't know. It might be a little too pricey for the A's.
Yeah, who knows? They never like to spend big, do they? That's why we're still mourning the loss of Marcus Semien, it feels like. All right, going to be really interesting to keep an eye on that stuff, though. I wouldn't mind seeing either of those guys in the Bay Area. Lastly, hey, we got some time to relax here before we head into this All-Star break, right? We get to take our minds off the nitty-gritty of baseball. So what are you most looking forward to? Is it the home run derby? Is it the All-Star game? Something else?
Definitely the home run derby. I think Matt Olson is the dark horse, could come away with the victory. But at the end of the day, this is going to be the Shohei Ohtani show. What we're seeing, it's legendary. And when you talk about a top-tier athlete, to be able to do what he's been doing, and we know the altitude in Colorado, the balls are going to be flying out of the yard, and all of his talents are going to be on full display. So I'm most excited to just watch Shohei Ohtani do what he does best, and that's be really, really good at baseball. Possibly the best baseball player I've ever seen, because what he's able to do pitching wise and at the plate, it's just crazy.
Did you ever think you'd see a pitcher being the overall favorite for the home run derby?
No, I did not.
All right, something we got to enjoy in our lifetimes. I'm looking forward to that too, Alan. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see if Matt Olson can, maybe make a run. He hit 2 home runs today against the Rangers. So fingers crossed that if Shohei Ohtani doesn't do it, Matt Olson's the guy. Alan, we'll see you next week. Until then, enjoy the week.
Thanks.